ungreed. First of all, let's go for the last lesson. Shall we? It's a writing of Buddha's practice incorporated. Ungreed. Table of Contents, Chapter 1. What is greed? Chapter 2. The efforts, hazards, and sufferings of greed. Chapter 3. How to subdue greed. Chapter 1. What is greed? What is greed? Sorry. What is the pronunciation of this word? Let's look at it, okay? Effect, yes, effect, sorry, effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. 因果, the effects, hazards, and sufferings of greed. This is correct. Please take it as standard. Let's go on. We know that there are many kinds and characteristics of the afflictions of greed in the world of living beings, which are also wide, large, and deep in kinds, categories, and amount, including greed for food, drink, play, and amusement, greed for wealth, beauty, fame, food, and sleep, greed for fame, glory, and fortune, greed for object, sound, scent, taste, and objects of touch. And for them, as long as one part, one hair, the whole body is affected. They are vertical and horizontal, intricate and complex, and they are four-dimensionate, and the hazards and the sufferings they bring to all beings are innumerable. Therefore, in the third chapter of Parable of the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha said, he said living beings sealed and consumed by birth, old age, and decay, sickness and death, kill and suffering, seize them and go many kinds of pains and sufferings because of their greed and attachment, and striving they undergo numerous pains and sufferings in their present existence, and later they undergo the pains and the sufferings of being reborn in health, or as beasts or hungry ghosts. Now, please listen to the OneNote teacher carefully. Let's pre-read today's contents, okay?
Even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Yet living beings drowned in the midst of all this, delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, they race about to east and west, and though they encounter great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it. The Buddha said again, there is no safety in the threefold world, it is like a burning house, replete with a multitude of sufferings, truly to be feared, constantly beset with the griefs and pains of birth, old age and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely and without cease. It is said in the 3 periods of missing that all sufferings arise from greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from. Because one forgets his own self-nature, Amitabha Buddha, he is always the devil with different thoughts galloping.
Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, Usto Buddhi Sattva, Usto Buddhi Sattva, and so on. Okay, now let's learn today's contents in detail. Sentence by sentence. Okay, even if they are reborn, even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want. Poverty and want. Poverty means want. Want means poverty. Want here means unknown. Want here means unknown, not a verb. Want here is a noun, not a verb. The sufferings of parting from loved ones. 爱别离苦. The sufferings of parting from loved ones. Loved ones. Parting from means separating from. Can you see? The pain and the sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. Detest means hate. Detest means hate. The pains of and the sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. Encountering means meeting with those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. They undergo, it means they experience or suffer all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Yet living beings drowned in the midst of this. Drowned in. The midst of all this, delight and amuse themselves. Delight and amuse themselves. Delight means be glad, or be happy, or be pleased. Amuse themselves. It means enjoy themselves. Amuse themselves means enjoy themselves or have a good time. Do you think so? Unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. Without alarm or fear. That is to say, living beings are living illusorily, or ignorantly. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. Loathing, or hating. They feel no sense of hating and make no attempt to escape, to go away, and make no attempt to go away. Make no attempt means try not to do something, and try not to escape, Do you think so? In this burning house, which is the threefold word, in the burning house, which is the threefold word, burning house means a house on fire, which is the threefold word, threefold means triple word. In the triple word, the raise about to east and west. Raise about means wonder. Yes, wonder. Raise about means go about quickly, go quickly around, or move quickly around. Race means go quickly or run quickly. They race about to east and west. Means everywhere. They race about everywhere. And though they encounter great pains and sufferings, encounter means meet, and though they meet great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it. They are not distressed by it. It means they do not consider it as suffering. Do you think so? Distressed by it. It means consider it as suffering. They do not consider it. They don't consider it as a suffering. Distressed by something, 以什么什么为苦恼。The Buddha said again, there is no safety in the threefold world. It is like a burning house. It means a house on fire, replete with a multitude of suffering. A multitude of sufferings means lots of sufferings, or many sufferings, or plenty of sufferings, and so on. Replete with, what does replete with?
Full of.
It means full of, or filled with. Replete with, it means replete means full or filled, or consumed. So replete with means filled with, filled with, filled with, or full of, or full of, or consumed, plenty of sufferings. Truly to be filled, truly to be filled, truly to be filled. It means truly to be frightened, truly to be frightened. Constantly beset with the grief and the pains of birth, old age, and decay. Constantly beset with, beset with, beset with.
Be troubled with.
Beset with, beset with. Yes. Be in trouble with, be in trouble with the griefs and pains of birth, old age and decay, old age and decay, 劳苦 old age and decay 不但年龄衰老，而且也各方面都衰老了，都衰败了。劳苦包括一年龄之老，这个是衰，因为老意味着衰败。衰败 old age and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely and without cease, which are like fires raging fiercely, raging fiercely. Fiercely means hot, fiercely means hot, raging hot, raging hot. Raging fiercely or means raging hot, and without cease, and without cease. It means without stop. It means without stop, or ceaselessly, or ceaselessly. Do you think so? And without cease, and ceaselessly, and ceaselessly, and ceaselessly. Let's go on. Let's go on. It is said in the 3 periods of amusing that all sufferings arise from great desire, arise from great desire. 从贪欲而生，从贪欲而起 arise from great desire. 有什么什么引起 arise from great desire means great desire means great desire means greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from. But one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from. But one doesn't know where the great arises from. Because one forgets his own self-nature. Because one forgets his own self-nature. Do you have a self-nature? Does he have self-nature? Does she have her own self-nature?
Yes.
You must know. Yes, you must know. You should know. Everyone has one's own self-nature. It doesn't come from outside. Amitabha Buddha, his own self-nature. Amitabha Buddha, 这里有个常识，阿弥陀佛， 自性弥陀佛。为什么叫自性弥陀佛？在阿弥陀佛这个翻译里面，这个阿就代表作阿 means self nature. Do you know? 阿 means self nature. He is always the differ with different thoughts, galloping. He's always the differ with the different thoughts, galloping. 带着不同妄想的，带着妄想分驰的，带着分驰不同的纷飞的妄想的魔。The differ means what does differ means? What does differ mean? Do you know? Differ means demon. Yes or no? D-M-O-N. Demon. Differ means
魔鬼
demon. Yes, the demon. The demon with different thoughts. Galloping. I think it means flying around, flying everywhere. Okay, that's all for today's content. Now, please listen to the teacher attentively or carefully, okay?
Even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Yet living beings drowned in the midst of all this, delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, they race about to east and west, and though they encounter great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it.
Now,
The Buddha said again, there is no safety.
let's pause. Make no temperate. What does it mean, Albert? What did you say just now? Make no temperate.
Try not to.
Yes,
Don't
try
want
not
to escape.
Try
Or
not
don't
to.
want to.
Yes. Or make no try to do. Or make no try to do. Try. Do you think so? A temperate
Yes.
is a noun. Try.
Yes.
Try is a noun or is a verb. Do you think so? Let's go on.
In the threefold world, it is like a burning house, replete with a multitude of sufferings, truly to be feared, constantly beset with the griefs and pains of birth, old age and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely and without cease. It is said in the 3 periods of missing that all sufferings arise from greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from. Because one forgets his own self-nature, Amit Babuddha, he is always the devil with different thoughts galloping.
Galloping. Please pay attention to it. Galloping. Okay, let's go on. Once more.
Even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Yet living beings drowned in the midst of all this, delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, they race about to east and west, and though they encounter great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it. The Buddha said again, there is no safety in the threefold world, it is like a burning house, replete with a multitude of sufferings, truly to be feared, constantly beset with the griefs and pains of birth, old age and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely and without cease. It is said in the 3 periods of missing that all sufferings arise from greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from. Because one forgets his own self-nature, Amitabha Buddha, he is always the devil with different thoughts galloping.
All right. Now, let's practice reading them one by one. Okay? Now it's time for us to practice reading them. Even if they are reborn, even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm and or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. 这句话说的什么苦呀？什么苦呢？前面是爱别离苦，这是什么苦？ The pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. 怨憎会苦，怨憎会苦，遇到是遇到，会就遇到遇见，遇到那些你自己非常怨恨、非常讨厌的那些人的这种痛苦。The pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They hate and detest. Hate means detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Okay, it's your turn. It's your turn. Are you ready? Albert, please.
Good evening, Mr. Wang. Good evening, everybody. Even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings and the poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many, next page please, different kinds of pains and sufferings. Thank you.
Perfect. Fantastic. Would you like to come? Who else like to read? Lotus, please. Once again.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Wang and everybody. Even if they are born in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of poverty and want, the sufferings of parting from loved ones, the pains and the sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these.
Detest. Yes, detest.
They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Undergo means undergo. What does undergo means? Do you know what does undergo mean? Undergo. Undergo means here.
Suffer.
Go
Suffer.
through. Go through. Yes.
经历.
Suffer. Yes. Go through. Suffer. Or experience. I think suffer. Suffer. The best answer is suffer. Do you think so?
Yes.
受苦. Yeah. Okay. Eileen, please.
Even if they are reborn in the heavenly realm or the realm of human beings, they undergo the sufferings of
Poverty.
Yes, poverty. poverty, and want. The suffering is the parting from loved ones, the pains and the sufferings of encountering those they hate and detest. They undergo all these many different kinds of pains and sufferings.
And go. Yes, and go. Perfect.
And go. Thank
好
you.，
现在提醒一下，刚刚我讲到了 want 这个 want，我说它是动词还是名词？大家记得吗？
名词，
名词在这里什么意思？
贫穷，
lack of.
对 ，want means here means poverty. Yes or no? Poverty
Yes.
or being poor. 这种用法见的很少，大家发现没有？你们查一下，这个 want 表示贫穷、贫困，它还有缺乏、缺少，还有渴望的东西、需要的东西，就是这个贫穷、贫困这种用法很少见呢，很少见。这个是我在《法华经》中学到的，《法华经》翻译中学到的哟。Okay, let's go on. Yet living beings drowned in the meters of all this delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, they race about to east and west. And though they encounter great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it. Okay, airport, please.
Yet living beings drowned in the midst of all this delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without alarm or fear. They feel no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, they race about to east and west. And though they encounter great pains and sufferings, they are not distressed by it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you, Eileen Sun. Look at the screen. Want of something, 缺少某东西，很正式的哟。Yes or no? Former 很正式的一种表达法。It means a situation in which there is not enough of something. 这是第一种含义，就是没有足够的缺少没有足够某东西的这种情况，这种状态。A lack of something 缺少某种东西 ，a lack of something 缺少某种东西，这里还是缺少、缺乏、不足。我们现在是这个意思吗？我们学的还不是这个意思，我们学的就是贫困、贫穷啊，名词。Want means being poor or being poor or poverty. Okay, let's go on. Vigorous, please. Yes, poor means sorry, please stop for a while. Look, poor. Want here means the state of being poor, not having food. Yes or no? The state of being poor, 贫穷的状态。The state of being poor. It's clear. Are you clear?
Yes.
I think it's so clear. Yes, it's so clear. Okay, vigorous, please. Go on, please.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Yet living beings drop in the midst of all this delight and amuse themselves, unaware, unknowing, without all alarm or fear. They feel
Alarm
no
什么意思？大家知道 alarm alarm 什么意思啊？警告，应该是警告，警告。无有惊怖，无有惊恐，惊怖、惊恐的意思，恐慌。Yes，let's go on.
They
Please
feel
go on.
no sense of loathing and make no attempt to escape. In this burning house, which is the threefold world, there reigns about to east and west, and so they encounter great pains, and the sufferings. They are not distressed by it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vigorous. Let's go on. They feel no sense of loathing. Loathing means, what does it mean? Do you know? Loathing means, here means hating. Yes or no? Yes, hating. Loathing here means hating, not liking or not loving. Let's go on. The Buddha said again, there is no safety in the threefold world. It is like a burning house, replete with a multitude of sufferings, truly to be filled, constantly beset with the griefs and the pains of birth, old age, and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely, and without cease. Without cease means without stop. Lotus, please. Lotus, please.
Yes. The Buddha said again, there is no safety in the threefold world. It is like a burning house, replete with a multitude of sufferings, truly to be feared, constantly beset with the griefs and pains of birth, old age and decay, sickness and death, which are like fires raging fiercely and without cease.
Which 引导的是一个什么从句
定语从句。
？Yes，而且是非限制性的从句，前面有逗号。Yes, so great, perfect. Let's go on. It is said in the 3 periods of missing that all sufferings arise from greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from, because one forgets his own self-nature. Amitabha Buddha, he is always the devil with the different thoughts galloping. Okay, I listen, please.
It is said the 3 periods of missing that all sufferings arise from greedy desire, but one doesn't know where the greedy desire arises from, because one forgets his own self-nature. Amitabha Buddha, he is always the devil with different thoughts.
Yes, he is always the devil with different thoughts. 是我掉了，是你掉了啊！现在听清楚了 ，Yes， 没问题 ，No problem。这里有个重要的句子，所以 Where the greedy desire arises from？ 好，大家动脑筋回答一下，这是定语从句、主语从句还是宾语从句 ？Well 引导的。
宾语从句。
Yes, 宾语从句。Okay, that's all for tonight. Thank you for your supporting, cooperating, tolerance, and great achievements for me. Now, I'll put down my mic.